sit by myself, talking to the moon.
Alright, finally made it to Hawaii. It's been a long journey, long travel. I'll say the devil thought he had Trey. After his luggage,
Let me tell you something. They had me for a second. They did. We was in
American
LA, bro.
Airlines.
They lost my luggage for a whole, almost 12 hours, dog. I swear. I almost had,
Yeah, like, we forgot to mention, but it's like as soon as we got to LA, we both got a little thing on our phone that says, oh, like 1 out of 3 of your bags that y'all checked in is with y'all on the plane. The other ones are lost. So he had to go on a scavenger hunt to find the bags, and it was 2 of his bags that they put on the wrong flight. They didn't even put it on our flight. So he was without his bags for a whole day, and they finally dropped it off to the hotel. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. But finally got all his stuff. We made sure we got his stuff for Hawaii. But we're finally here in Hawaii, and it's beautiful. The weather's nice. I will say the hour difference hit me and him hard. Doesn't want to admit it, but it hit me hard. I was knocked out cold our first night here. But it's a very, very beautiful view. It's a very beautiful view. We waiting in for this restaurant, Cinnamon Restaurant, to be seated. They said it's an hour wait. But I'll say with Hawaii, you need your vaccine card here. Because as soon as you get off the airport, they're like, where's your vaccine card? And you got to upload it to a website. Because if you haven't did that, you have to stand in line for them to examine your vaccine card and look at your ID and all that stuff. So if you're not vaccinated, there's a quarantine site right at the airport. So it's like, you don't even get to your hotel. And you have to quarantine for like 2 weeks. So enjoy your stay at your hotel, because you ain't leaving.
Nah, hold on, wait. You don't even get to your hotel. They
Yeah.
keep you in a tent at the airport. So you gotta do everything as far as digitizing your vaccine card, uploading it. Make sure you have them when you get here. We laminated ours to make sure we're safe. So if you won't come until this whole corona situation is figured out, make sure you check on it.
Yeah, definitely check to see what their COVID restrictions are before you book your flight.
Also, get some rest. Oh God, because look, everything closed at like 12 o'clock.
Yep, because of COVID.
Only had like a couple things that are open past 12 o'clock. Even food places. All you got really was Taco Bell and Denny's that stay open after 12,
Yep.
bro.
And what time is it back home? Because the time difference
It's
sucks.
if you on the East Coast, it's 6-hour time difference.
Yep.
Right? If you on the West Coast, it's 3. So regardless of where you at, just make sure you get some rest.
Get some
plan,
rest.
get some rest, because you're gonna be trying to struggle, trying to stay up late. It's rough.
Yeah, because make sure you take a nap, but don't start your nap at 7 p.m. That's where we messed up. We started the nap at 7 p.m. and we woke up at 11:30 and everything closed. So make sure you're up before 7 if you take a nap, so you can go out and do stuff, because everything closes here early because of COVID. And they don't play about COVID here. They don't play. Like, if you need a rental car, if you got to get a hotel, they need to see your vaccine card. So if you're not vaccinated, there ain't no point, to be honest, to come over here. But we waiting to get some food. And then we go to the pool and head out. But it's nice. The weather's perfect. The weather's really nice and perfect. Just waiting on to get some food. One thing in Hawaii, when you go to Hawaii, they love brunch. Like, it's a thing. Like, you will be waiting 2 to 3 hours to get seated for a brunch.
Yep.
And they extend the brunch hours. Like, it ends at like 2 or something.
Caveat, this is at the touristy area, right? So
Touristy.
if you go into like the local areas or something, it might be different. but the touristy area is super packed around these time periods.
Yeah.
So we went to this place called Cinnamons,
Cinnamons.
and it was really, really dope.
It was really good. We waited like, the hour was an hour and a half, close to 2 hours. So we're like, okay, no biggie. We could take pictures, which we did. We could get some sun, get a tan, and talk and figure out what else we're gonna do in our time in Hawaii, which was fine. It wasn't fine at all, and we were not on this time schedule. We weren't on a rush. We were
Not at
just
all.
go with the flow. So he made friends with the bartender because he asked the bartender, do they have like bottomless mimosas? And the bartender's like, no, but y'all could buy the bottle of champagne and I'll just make y'all's drink with this bottle because it's just yours. Turns out the bartender talking to him, the bartender talking to us, and trying to accommodate everybody else. The bottle that we bought got lost. So somehow it got lost, even though we were at the bar with the bartender the whole time. It got lost. So he was like, I'm gonna hook y'all up because y'all cool. He was like, I'm gonna just give y'all mimosas until you tell me to stop, and it's just gonna stay at this one price, which was like $30. So he was like, I'm gonna give you as many mimosas as you want
so
for
we
30.
We finessed the bottomless mimosa. Shout out to my mans out there, all the spots, and he really hooked us up with a really cool adventure that we went on this day.
He
so
did,
we'll
because
talk a little bit about it.
they were talking, and of course I was engaging and talking as well, and drinking my mimosa, okay, because it was great. And he told us, like, y'all gotta go off the grid.
Absolutely.
Y'all gotta get off Honolulu and just go where the locals are at. So that had both of us intrigued. Like, so what do you mean? So what places did he tell you?
So we went to a bunch of different places, right? So I have the route mapped out on my phone, and I'll drop a screenshot of it. Basically going around the entirety of the island, starting off and going kind of the scenic route versus going up the main highway they have there, and it's called the Kamehameha Highway. It goes through a tunnel that kind of leads under a mountain, which was really, really dope. And we kind of went through that tunnel and went around what was kind of like the coastal view of the city. And Shayla took a lot of videos of it, but to be honest with you, the videos don't do the eye justice because the videos can't get the depth and the beauty of what we were looking at, right? Like, we come around one of these tunnels and we hit this left turn, right? And when we hit this left turn, you can see kind of like this sea town literally out right there, right next to the water, and the beautiful expansion of the mountain kind of hiding behind it. It was
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. And
Yeah.
I really had those moments that a lot of people have when they see like beautiful nature, like, wow, look what God made.
Absolutely, I did too.
I definitely had those moments, like looking at the water, the mountains, the sand, just the landscape, everything.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so beautiful. And I'm glad that we talked to the bartender because he really put us on an adventure. And he was like telling us you have to go to the beach there because it's beautiful, and the surfers are there, which they were. And one funny story, because I haven't been to the beach in forever, and I love the water, mind you. So we parked the car, got out the car, went to the beach, got in the water. You know, I had my little hair in a bun, my little bathing suit on, and I was like, okay, this is real cute. And he's like, let me just dunk you in this water real quick. And I'm like, really? Really?
If you don't get dunked in the water, did you really go to the water? Let's be real.
Dunk me in the water. I can't see because I got salt all up in my eyes because I wasn't prepared for the dunk, all that stuff. So after that, we still in the water, having fun, all that. And I just feel something crawl between my legs, like something between my legs. I'm like, what the hell is that? Because we're in the beach. Like, this is not no pool. Beach. It was seaweed. It was seaweed.
Let me tell you. Meanwhile, I'm watching her, right? And so she's like, I guess half blind, freaking out by the seaweed. Like, seaweed! What she doesn't realize is that her blessings from the Lord were falling out of her bathing suit. And I'm like, your titties! She said, I know, seaweed. No, your titties!
I was like, the joke that we have, I was like, stick seaweed, because I'm jumping around trying to dodge the stick of seaweed. I was like, stick seaweed, and I'm jumping around. He was like, titty.
We're at a public beach and your stuff's coming out in front of all the...
And he was like, come here. You're like my little child. Come here. Because there was like kids and women around and men.
It It was bad.
If somebody was recording us, like,
It would have been
bro,
very.
it would have been a funny video because that was hilarious.
Yeah.
We were cracking up. I was laughing about that later on.
Yeah, it was bad.
Because it was just like, what in the world?
So to give you a little more perspective on what was taking place, we were at one of the state parks that were kind of like along that kind of eastern and then northern shore of the island of Oahu, where Honolulu is. We were working our way up to Waimea Bay, which is on the northern shore. They have a lot of food trucks, kind of local
Yeah.
stuff. They also have this beautiful waterfall path and kind of cultural center up there. And that's
They
what we
had
were working our way up to.
Buddhist temple.
Yep, and the Buddhist temple
Buddhist
was on
temple.
the way up there as well. And that was a beautiful, beautiful location.
Beautiful, beautiful location. And a lot of people were there at the Buddhist temple.
Mhm.
But after we left the beach, we left the Buddhist temple, we got some tacos at the, close to one of the food
Yeah, I
trucks.
think it was North Shore Tacos. North Shore
Mhm.
Tacos. They have a really good rum chata, which was really
Really good rum chata, really good tacos. And it was in a nice, cool location.
Yeah.
Really cool and low-key area. And the food was great. So we went over to the waterfall because it's at a nature park. And as soon as we walk to the entrance, we see a sign that says closed. Closed. When people see that sign closed, what do you usually do?
You gonna tell on us?
You gonna turn around and go back to your car. But what does this person do?
You just gonna snitch on me?
What do you do when you saw the sign closed?
I done came across this whole country and left the rock that I've known my entire life. You think I'm gonna let a closed sign stop me? No. So we tried. We tried to get to the waterfall. We didn't make it to the waterfall.
So he was like, let's sneak in. And I'm like, sneak in? And so we're walking through the park, get to the waterfall, because the waterfall is at the end.
Yeah.
And I want to say we probably had to walk a mile.
It was like 3/4 of a mile.
Yeah, to get to the waterfall. So like I'm taking pictures of the trees, the flowers.
She's not paying attention. Meanwhile, I'm
No,
looking out for
no.
these guys in the go-kart. Like,
No, I'm paying attention, but I'm also getting my pictures in. And then you have this person who's being Spider-Man, like, hide here, hide there, climb up this wall, duck down low. And I'm like, I'm not doing all that. I was like, I'm not doing all that. I'm taking my pictures because they're going to kick us out.
and we got kicked out.
And we got kicked out. The guy with the go-kart was like, and he's like trying to duck and hide, and I'm like, you caught me. You caught me. You caught me. Take me. And he's like, you can't find me. I was like, they caught us though. They caught us.
So we ended up having to walk out.
No, but we ended up having to walk out, but when we were walking out, we saw this mango tree that had like mangoes on it and it was falling. He was like, oh, I'm gonna get a mango. I was like, well, if we don't leave this park and they lock us in here, that's gonna be dinner. So just to let you know, catch that mango if you want to.
Anyway, long story short, if you want to go to the waterfall at Waimea Bay,
Get there early.
get there early.
Get there early.
Get there a little bit earlier. We were taking our time, going through the countryside, and we missed out.
Sit by myself, talking to the moon. And